see. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to our first podcast.
You're watching UnCut Reviews. I am Mikey Boyd.
I'm Aide Sapporo.
And we are going to be reviewing everything from movies to video games to anime, entertainment, politics, whatever. We cover it.
So what's up first?
Well, I wanted to comment on a video that I've seen recently that I posted on my Facebook page. It is a reporter who questions Romney on his claim that he doesn't use lobbyists in his campaign. He questioned him constantly. He didn't buy what Romney was saying. Romney kept denying that he used lobbyists, and the reporter didn't believe him. So Romney had the nerve to get his press secretary to tell the press how to behave. Now, I thought that the press's job was to question politicians, give them a hard time, not let them spew out their talking points.
I actually find this quite hilarious. Just as something about that he couldn't speak for himself, and that's, I mean, seriously, you're gonna have your party tell a reporter to behave and tell them what to do and how to do their job? Seriously?
Yeah, and he's not even a president yet. He's a candidate. That's like somebody who's asking to be hired at a job, telling somebody who already works there who's higher up than him what to do.
Interesting.
Okay. Any articles that you want to comment on that was going on in the news recently, or videos or whatever?
I want to do movie reviews right now.
Okay.
I want to give a positive review and a negative review. I think we both agree on our negative review.
Oh, yeah.
We recently saw Vanity Fair.
Ugh.
I absolutely love Reese Witherspoon. She is just such a little cutie. I've seen pretty much almost every single one of her movies. Unfortunately, I hated this movie. I mean, it was a timepiece period movie, and I got so confused.
There were too many subplots. They crammed subplots after subplots, character and character and character. They made it very difficult to identify with anybody because we go from one story to the next. And not only that, but with Reese Witherspoon, there was a whole thing dealt with a very long timeline where everybody would age a bit or change, except for Reese Witherspoon. Now, we all know how talented Reese Witherspoon is. This film was an insult to her talent as an actress.
There is an interesting little plot to this, and I swear if I find it, remind me later on YouTube, I will find it, and I will try to post this. Last year at the VMA Awards, Reese Witherspoon was given the Lifetime Achievement Award for, no, not the VMAs.
It was the MTV Movie Awards.
Sorry, MTV Movie Awards. She was given the Lifetime Achievement Award, and she had 3 presenters. Rob Pattinson was one of her presenters. He made some sort of comment to her about how, at one movie he played her mother, that she played his mother, and then in Water for Elephants, they were lovers, and he, being Rob, couldn't put the two together, or what he was trying to say or something. So later on, when Reese was up on stage and she turned around to talk to Rob, she said to him that what he was trying to say is that he was a motherfucker.
Get it? Drum roll, please. There we go.
Yeah.
So,
if I find it, hilarious as hell. I saw it and I thought it was really funny. I didn't realize what in the hell they were talking about. And then I saw Vanity Fair and I realized, oh, that little boy must be Rob Pattinson. I checked it out on Internet Movie Database.com. Sure enough, that's Rob Pattinson. He's uncredited, but he is in the movie as her son. And oddly enough, years later, they play in a movie where they are lovers. So technically, that does make him a motherfucker.
Incest is the best. Alright, so the point is, thumbs way down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
this. I would probably give this a -5 stars.
Yeah, it deserves negative numbers.
Yeah. Okay, so our positive movie.
Big Trouble in Little China.
All-time classic movie.
Well, and John Carpenter, fantastic director. He's a cult favorite, and this film is another example of him at his best. My favorite John Carpenter film until I saw this film was The Thing. This ties up with that completely.
I'm not like Mikey here. I don't pay attention to movies by directors, so I don't know if I've seen another John Carpenter movie, but I saw Big Trouble in Little China as a child. I grew up watching it. My brother and I have watched it many, many times. We loved it. Tonight was the first night, we were with my son. We chose a movie. It was for all of us to watch. It was the first time for him to watch it. It was the first time for him to watch it.
Which I'm embarrassed to say because all my friends have seen it years before I did.
And so I have always loved this movie. I always thought it was a great movie. Let's just say for a 6-year-old to watch it and understand half of it and still be intrigued with it, I thought it was great. He was a little scared about the monsters, but that's typical
part of the
6-year-old
fun of it,
thing.
because when you're a kid, I remember being a kid and being scared of films. When I grew up, they became my favorite for that reason, because it connected with me on a nostalgic level. Jeremiah, I bet you my bottom dollar that he will grow up to love this movie. It'll be one of his favorites that he'll look back on because of the memories that are imprinted on him because of the monster.
Yes. So with this movie, I think we give it both thumbs up.
Thumbs way up. It is everything from an action picture, a fantasy, and a comedy. It doesn't care about genre. He just rolls with the punches, and it works out perfectly.
And you could tell it's a little dated, but
that adds to the appeal, because 80s films are a genre in and of themselves now.
And, they are making comebacks.
Oh, yeah. I love the 80s.
Okay, let's see. We made comments on political views. We've done our movie reviews.
Oh, we need to do a music recommendation. Blood on the Dance Floor.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dakota. You are awesome. Okay, I had a friend on Facebook. She would not stop posting comments about this band. And I finally was like, what the heck? Let me check them out. I went on YouTube. By the way, I absolutely love YouTube.
Yes.
A big thumbs up for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Love messing around with it, but she would not stop yakking about them, and I was just like, what the hell? I'm just gonna check them out. I listened to their song "Bewitched" with Mikey here, and I was instantly in love with the band.
Here's what's interesting. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, here's an interesting thing about her is she is not a big fan of electronic dance music at all. Not even of my stuff. Yet she adores this band. That's how great they are. And the thing is, they use everything from hardstyle, dubstep, even mainstream influences such as pop and hip hop, even a little bit of EBM in one track. And their songs, they can have somebody screaming, and then you hear this poppy melody like right after that, and it's so silly, but it's so well done. It's just it's hard. You got to check it out for yourself. Just do a search on YouTube, Blood on the Dance Floor. Yeah. You will fall in love with them. Davey
and Jay, they're great. They're originally based in Orlando. I can't remember where they're at right now.
Sucks that they moved, because I know they would play mixtape in Fort Myers by now if they were still based in Florida.
Yeah. But, just seriously, just check them out. They, like I said, I listened to one song from them, and I was instantly hooked. I cannot stand techno, electronica, any of those, industrial kind of music, which is really bad for him because that's what he does.
Or did. Although she does like industrial with guitars in it because she likes the Birthday Massacre. Yeah.
As long as it's got a guitar and a drum, I'm good. I will love the music. As long as it's got a guitar, a bassist, and a drummer in it, I'm all for it. But I can't stand that kind of music. But these guys, I downloaded all of their albums. iTunes, I love you. My bill's gonna kill me when I see it. I got all of their albums. Just rocked it. Oh, and they also have 2 cover songs.
That's right. One of them is Nine Inch Nails' Closer, which Nine Inch Nails is a tough band to cover. I don't think anything could top the original, but they do a damn good job in their interpretation of it.
The other cover song is Michael Jackson's Beat It?
Yes.
Yeah. Now that's interesting enough to check out. Blood on the Dance Floor, like an electronica kind of band, a dance band, something that you listen to at a club, remixing a classic song as Beat It into their own way, and it works.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. Look at us. I'm a huge fan of the genre. She's not, and yet we both adore this. So if you love electronic music, check them out. And if you can't stand it, check them out anyways. Just as soon as we're done, go to the YouTube page, type in Blood on the Dance Floor on the search engine, and listen to them now or when we're done.
Yeah, or you're finished listening to us.
Yeah, that one.
Review.
And stay away from Vanity Fair.
Oh, God.
Don't go anywhere near it.
If you've seen it, you know our pain.
Yes.
I watched the movie all the way through only because I actually thought that maybe in the end something was going to happen. No, even the ending sucked.
And the thing is,
the whole movie.
Yeah, and they tried way too hard to make it, Oscar worthy. And when that happens and they fail, it's so painful. It is everything that is wrong with period pieces.
I will tell you something. Okay, after we saw this movie, I think we stayed up another hour and a half, almost 2 hours, bitching about how sucky this movie was.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't sleep because I couldn't get the stupid movie out of my head. It was that bad. Okay, so do we want to do an anime?
Anime recommendation or video game review?
We can do one of each.
Sure.
Okay. So which anime are we going to recommend this week?
Well, let's see. The best one I would highly recommend that's been around for years. If you're an anime fan, you've probably seen it. But if you're not an anime fan, this is still a very powerful emotional experience. I would say Elfen Lied. I can't tell you why it's so great, but I will give you a basic plot summary. There's a lot more going on, but I can only leave you with this. It is about a character who has 2 personalities. One, a vicious killer, other, a naive, innocent girl, and they coexist in the same body. There's a lot more to this, but I can't say anything else. But it is such a powerful emotional experience. It's basically like when you were a kid and you saw something that you felt was too intense for you, that was above your age level. I felt that way after watching this. It shook me for hours emotionally. Okay.
I guess video game review. We play different types. I mean, I have a Wii. He has a PS3, so we play different types of video games. We each have, and I have a child, so.
And a Wii is really good for children. Nintendo has done a great job marketing to kids, whereas the PS3 and Xbox 360 market their games more to adults, which I think is a good thing. It's choice, and choice is always good.
Yeah, my son is absolutely addicted to Mario, and I can't say much because so was I when it came out.
Yeah, Mario is awesome. I remember.
Which kind of dates us.
Super Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy I got for confirmation.
Yeah. We're dating ourselves, mentioning that we were around when
It's
Mario
okay.
first
I wear
came out.
my age with pride.
Yeah, well, I try to hide mine. So, why don't you do the video?
Okay, let's see.
Game
Well, the game that came with the PS3 that I've been watching my sister play is a game called UnCharted 3. It is basically a Indiana Jones movie type adventure that you play. It's literally like playing a movie. That's all I can say. But that's good enough praise for me.
Okay.
Why don't you tell them about the game that you play a lot in the GameCube? Most people don't know about it.
Okay, for a lot of you, I'm a nerd.
Me too.
I admit it. I'm a gamer.
Me too.
You know, I watch anime. I read. You know, I read manga. I play video games. I watch anime. I watch cartoonish cartoon. You know.
Phineas Ferb.
I watch cartoons.
His
Shout out to Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, his name is Doof, and you'll do what he says.
You had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Of course.
Anyway. So, you know, yeah. I'm also a girl, you know, a girly girl. So my brother at one point hooked me up with Harvest Moon. Unfortunately, I can't stop playing it. It's boring as hell. I mean, you pretty much do the exact same thing over and over and over and over. But there is a plot to it. And it is a very big girly video game. So I can't really recommend it too much. I mean, now I would suggest more The Sims to play, computer-wise or video game-wise. I actually own and play Sims 3, which, as a nerdy kind of person that I am, I actually have an anime family in my Sims.
Awesome. Yeah, Naruto.
Yeah. We'll talk about Naruto another week.
Oh, yes, we definitely will. And all you guys out there that are bashing Harvest Moon because it's a girly game where you don't do much of anything, oh, I can do this in real life, blah, blah, blah. You know, you watch TV on Grand Theft Auto 4. Don't lie. You're no better.
Ha! Got called out.
Exactly.
Okay, this week in celebrity reviews, I think the only thing I really have to say is, you know, big congrats to Christina Aguilera. She's defending her curves. You know,
absolutely. I am so glad to hear a celebrity embrace that because I am so sick of twigs.
Yeah,
they're meant for breaking.
You know, people keep saying, you know, they're saying that she's gained so much weight that she looks bad. I think she looks the best. You know, I am a plus size person. You know, and maybe through all the stress that she's had, you know, through the divorce and after having a child and this crap with that she just recently, you know, she got arrested not long ago, or I don't actually know when, but you know, maybe all the stress that's happened has made her gain all this weight, but she's still a very powerful person.
And she's always stood up for her beliefs, and I gotta say, she looks better than ever because of her curves, because of them. You know what? If we wanted to fuck a twig, we would go to the store and buy them.
Okay, so that's my positive celebrity review. My negative review, you will love to help me with this one. It is cleaning up the Kardashians.
Cleaning up with the Kardashians.
Oh, sorry. It is, you know, I really, you know, I'm sick and tired of seeing the Kardashians everywhere. I mean, seriously, get a fucking life. I mean, all their reality TV, I did watch it for a very long time, but, you know, they're always whining, they're always bitching. It's like they're not making enough money. I mean, hello, there's some people out there, like me, I'm a waitress. I get paid $4.29 a freaking hour.
That's below minimum wage, which went up recently.
And, you know, I could pay $4.29 an hour, plus tips, and, you know, I have a child support, I have a car, I have bills. I barely make enough money. And these bitches, you know, Kim Kardashian made $13 million off a wedding that 72 days later, she divorces this guy, which I saw the fantasy wedding, and I wondered why the hell she was marrying him. Because he's an idiot.
Just like her, they belong together because they're both morons.
And the whole Courtney being pregnant the second time and she doesn't want to marry Scott, kudos to her, that she is having she's having a second child by the same father, great for you, all that and all that, but he's an ass. He's an idiot. The family is selfish. The whole reality thing is just stupid. I have stopped watching anything about them. I don't care about anything about them. And when I actually saw Khloe Kardashian not long ago without her makeup and without her hair be all done, I laughed. Because, without all that glamour, underneath, they're just regular people. They're just average Joes.
Actually, they're probably below them. Because the average Joe can have a decent life, take care of themselves, and have some sort of substance within them. The Kardashians have none of that.
I actually found it quite interesting when Kendall Jenner, I'm going to throw it here, cried that she failed her driver ed test the first time. It just proves to you that they're just normal. They're normal people.
Their poop stinks. Celebrities poop and it stinks, just like ours.
Yeah, so that's my celebrity buzz. I think we're done on reviews.
So too.
We did movie shout out. We did video shout outs. We did movie shout outs. Right now, I think the only movie I'm anticipating to watch is the book I'm reading right now. It is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I'm loving the book. It's taken me a while to finish it, much longer than I anticipated, but there's a movie of it coming out this summer. I
did not know that.
So that would be fun to watch. There's a Tim Burton movie coming out this summer.
That is based on an old soap.
Yeah. On an old 1950s soap opera. So this is going to be quite interesting, especially...
Tim Burton's always interesting to watch because he's hit or miss. His misses are slightly disappointing, but his hits are amazing.
Yeah. I'm not sure about what movies you would want to review. You want to shout out and you think people should see. But if you are
Edward Scissorhands.
No, I mean that's coming out.
That's coming out.
Besides the Avengers.
No, it's the Dark Knight Rises is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Every Nolan film, everything Nolan's directed that I've seen, I have loved. Loved to death. He's smart, dark, and very sophisticated as a director and storyteller.
Yeah. If you've seen all the previous Underworld movies, be happy. There is a fourth movie coming out.
And it's going to be an IMAX 3D.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like 10 or 12 years later. Celine has been held captive during this whole time. The Lycans and the vampires both are being hunted by humans. There is a child hybrid, which I want to know how the hell that happened. That's my suggestion of what you should see coming up in the next few weeks.
My suggestion is there's really nothing out there that I'm really looking forward to that's coming out recently other than seeing episode 1 in 3D, which most of you hate the prequels, so you'll probably wait until the old ones come out, and they'll be so drastically changed you won't care by then either. But so I don't really have a real recommendation for a theatrical release for you all.
For all you girls, that, especially me, because I was 11 when this movie came out. Beauty and the Beast is coming back out.
Oh, yeah, 3D. That's right, in 3D.
I'm all like, yay, I want to see it.
Mothers, take your daughters. It is a good Disney flick.
I might go just because I can.
I went to see The Lion King in 3D. Told you we're dorks. Oh, another thing I got to mention about the Underworld series. I haven't seen the series, but I do know this. On the soundtrack to the first movie, Skinny Puppy was on it. In fact, it was the first new Skinny Puppy track in years because it came out before Right or Wrong or the Right did. And on the third Underworld film, Comedy Christ has a song on that soundtrack, and B&B Nation's remix of AFI was finally released officially on that soundtrack. Shout out to the industrial bands I listen to because they don't get a lot of attention outside the scene, of course.
Okay, so I think that concludes our first podcast.
I think it does too.
That pretty much, I'm actually, I cannot wait to find out who's going to run against Obama. We're watching that pretty closely.
I will say this, it's really a race with Ron Paul against everybody else. Because everybody else, Obama and all the Republicans except for Ron Paul, are bought off by the big banks. That's why they're pushing Romney on us, because he'll sell us out to Wall Street.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see Obama try to prove himself, but...
He lost me a long time ago. He gives great speeches, but his voting record doesn't back up what he says. If it did, he'd be phenomenal. And the whole that he's pushing the Obama tax cut, the Bush tax cut, He let that thing go. Here's the thing. He says the rich should pay a little bit more, which I agree with him on. But when it comes to voting, he continues the Bush tax cuts. He's also continuing tons of other Bush violations of the Constitution. And what's so sad about that is that Obama was once a constitutional professor.
Think about that when you go to sleep tonight.
Oh, yeah, scary. The only thing he's really done is killed Bin Laden.
No, he's also passed there's no longer the don't ask, don't tell policy.
Oh yeah, I definitely got to give him props on that. I'm a big supporter of gay rights, and that I'm sorry for forgetting about that because that is such an important victory that Obama did right on. And we got to. Here's the thing with politicians. I judge people based on actions. So when they do wrong, call them out on it. When they do right, compliment them for it.
Which should be based on everyday life on everybody.
Yeah.
But he did make some sort of a promise. He did fulfill on a little bit. The troops did leave Iraq.
Yeah, but that's still they're not going to
still Afghanistan, Iran, and all the other nations.
And Ron Paul. Here's the thing about Ron Paul: he'll send all our troops home if he's elected.
I honestly don't see what's the point anymore. I mean,
why are we still fighting? Why do we still have troops in Germany, in Europe? Why do we still have troops in Japan? It's like when we invade a country, we never leave. Are we Hitler? I think we got him.
I saw something on Facebook not long ago. They said something about how our from President Washington to President Bush, our debt deficit went from it was up to 5.3, and in one term with President Obama, it was 5.3. No, it was 5.2 before Obama and 5.3 with Obama. So
because he continues the policies of Bush.
So that's it. That's all I have.
Oh yeah, and I got to mention too, I don't want to let these two off the hook. Well, this one person off the hook because this is relevant to America. But Reaganomics is destroying the middle class so bad, and the Bush tax cuts are continuing in that. And here's the thing: when Clinton raised taxes just a little bit on the rich, things got drastically better with just a tiny tax raise on the rich. And we used to tax the rich 90%. That was the golden age of America.
Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady with Meryl Streep, I recommend that as well.
That is something that I'm curious about.
I want to see how that turns out because apparently Margaret Thatcher and President Reagan.
They did have a relationship, and her policies were definitely destructive as well.
Yeah. Okay, let's end this because we are at almost 30 minutes and.
Wow, we are definitely not going to have enough room to put this on YouTube because we aren't popular enough yet. We're still big enough to post unlimited minutes.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching.
I am Mikey Boyd.
I'm Aideen Sakoro.
And we will see you next time. And by the way, if you want to comment or if you have any recommendations or questions or you want to interact or talk to us, help contribute to the show or the site, feel free to.
Goodbye.